In the fast-paced world we live in, we do not pay attention to small details, but look at the end product that is available to us. We look at how useful the product would be to us, then look into the effort or work that has gone into making that product. These are efforts of many people associated in the final product which may not be highlighted. People look down or rather consider some of these professions as menial jobs. But when we pay attention, we can understand that there's much more that goes than what can be seen from the outside. Welders, weavers, craftsmen, artisans are a few of them who are not very much recognized. Some of their works are marketed by agents or salesmen who do not give credit to the actual craftsmen, but use up the work done by them. Light sparks, lots of heat, constant exposure to flames and fumes. That is the life of a welder. Welding is a process where metals are fused under a flame. Only a small portion of people use welding as a creative art form, but can see that welding is mostly done to make metal gates, window frames, panels, metal partitions, some fixtures, etc. This is mostly done by people who are not trained specifically in this area, but have been doing this as their livelihood, and since they have no other skill, they have been in this field of work for many years. Though there are small firms which employ people and cater to some specific works, you can see people doing them individually. These individuals will be doing job for a bigger client. These individuals do welding of smaller parts, and these parts are utilized by a bigger firm or group. When we look into the lives of people like Rafadin, we get to know that he has never had any formal training or education in welding. But since he was looking for a job or a livelihood, he got into this profession. Due to poverty, his parents forced him to take this as a job. Since he could not develop any other skill, he continued to be a welder. As he's unable to invest, he took the job of a welder, where he's paid on a weekly basis. This gets him a regular income, and his boss helps him when in need. The workplace is more conducive and suitable for welding, though the working conditions are not standardized. They don't use the required precautionary and safety measures like wearing protective gears, gloves, masks, etc. The compromise on such precautions are made due to budget constraints and lack of increased investing capacity. Though he has not been able to get the best out of his life, he has worked hard to ensure that his children are educated and have a better future. Another similar profession is that of weavers, whose family has been in this trade for generations. This weaver, G. Kesavan, has learned the art of weaving from his father and his grandfather. He started to learn the skill from the very young age and never went through a formal education, as weaving was considered their family tradition. During the process of learning, he started weaving by doing mats and then slowly progressed to finer yarns. They are mainly specialized in weaving silk saris. He still weaves saris on a shuttle loom and hence is still retaining the hand weaving process. He demonstrates and educates people on how hand weaving is done, and also weaves saris and sells it to an enterprise called Dakshin Chitra, which is a place where all art forms of southern states of India are displayed. Big enterprises engage these small weavers by providing them the required yarns, and in turn sells the sari to these big enterprises. He's paid for the effort and time that he puts into making these hand looms. The design is also his responsibility, so the more creative he is with his designs, the better pay he gets. He prefers to work for himself than under somebody else, as he feels that his freedom would get restricted. When he's working individually, he can feel confident about completing the work at his own pace. Due to various factors, he prefers his children to pursue other professions, and hence he got them educated. When you look at both of them, we can conclude that they have worked hard in their lives within their restricted environment to meet the requirements of their livelihood, and have ensured that their children are given formal education, so that they can choose a better part and build a good future. As we can see, due to various factors, both of them are not able to show or exhibit their talents. When the customer buys a sari or orders for a gate, he would not know what hardships these artisans have gone through to produce the product.